Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey with Char on this lovely Thursday. As I come to you today, I wanted to show you a really quick meal that I'm going to cook for my family while I'm at work, y'all. So we're doing this at the table. I usually do this at the stove, but we're going to use the Instapot because you can also cook in it as well. And so I'm going to show you all this really quick recipe. I tried it for the first time the other day, this brand of chili. It's the Kinder'S chili, and this is the mild chili. And then this one is the Kinder'S chili. It's the wood fire chili. So I mixed them both. Y'all, I made this the other day and I tell you it was a big hit in my family. We absolutely loved it. Could not believe the flavor that came out of this chili pack was amazing. And you didn't even have to do much but just add it to the meat, honey. Add a little bit of more, little extra spices, and you're good to go. So I wanted to share with you all, those of you who have never heard of the Kinder'S brand like myself, and some of you have probably already tried it. Let me know down below what you think. But overall, my family and I, we absolutely loved it. So I want to share it. It's really quick, really simple. And just want to give you the information on the back of the package. We're going to do this in the Instapot because I'm answering calls, I'm doing work, and I don't need to be back and forth from the stove. I can just grab my computer, put it up here when everything's clear while that's cooking, and get it going, honey, and dinner is done. All right, so I'm going to be using the Muir Glen organic tomatoes, and this is diced. I love the fire roasted one, so that's our favorite. And so I got 2 cans of these, which is the 14.5 ounce, or you can get the bigger can, 1 big can for 28 ounces to serve for each set, because remember, I'm doubling this recipe. All right, so there we go. And Muir Glen, that's all the information back there. That's why I love this product, because it has all natural ingredients in it, and it's just a really good tomato. Now you can use any kind of crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes that you want. They have some that have jalapenos in it, more of a flavor that fits. If you want a little bit more spiciness to your chili, you can use that and option out for that. Okay, and we're going to be using 2 cans of the dark red kidney beans. I love the extra dark red because of its nutrients that it adds to your health. But not that, but also, you guys, if you don't want to do can, you remember you can buy this in the bag, organic in the bag, if you choose organic. I say organic because it's a healthier option. And you can go ahead on and soak those overnight, you all, and you don't have to use can, okay? Just soak them. All right, but if you're using can like this, make sure you rinse the beans thoroughly, okay? You want to get all of that, whatever is juices in here, and just rinse it thoroughly, all right? And then it'll be ready to go. Go ahead on, rinse and drain, ready to go. All right, I'm going to be adding a little bit of smoked paprika because I like that extra paprika, tiny bit of cayenne, and I'm talking about tiny bit, child, because my family members, not everybody like hot. We're going to be using garlic powder and the onion powder, and then this one is crushed red pepper flakes. And I don't have fresh parsley. You would want to opt out for fresh parsley. Try to use as fresh as you possibly can, but we're gonna go ahead and put that parsley flake on top. It's just for beauty, you know, for beauty. I just have to have that green. I love to add parsley to all of my cooking. And then, child, I do add a little bit of honey and a little bit of where your sister sauce is. I need to get it, which is Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, whatever. So what's easy as me is where your sister at, okay? It's to where your sister sauce. So we're gonna put a little dash of that in. This is the turkey meat I'm going to be using, which is 93% lean, 7% fat. So you can use whichever one you want. It's up to you. This is just my option. I love the 22 grams of protein that it's in there. And then also this is the 16 ounce or 1 pound of turkey meat. I'm going to be using 2 of these because I am doubling the recipe, okay? And also we have onions here, okay? We add that for extra flavor. And we also have some fresh garlic, okay? Mom is going to be getting the cornbread because we're using sister girl, Auntie Dolly. Y'all know I love me some Dolly Parton, okay? So we're going to be using her cornbread. I do like to make homemade cornbread. She don't have time through the week. It's not that serious. So that's where we go to Jiffy, pray over the box and the ingredients is in there. Child, you only live once. And then you got the Duncan Hines Dolly Parton's. This is the one we're choosing today, not Jiffy Girl. We're going to use Dolly Girl, okay? So there we go. Her cornbread is really, really good. If you want to know what it looks like in the taste test, I will link that video down below and you can go check it out and see what our family thought about it. It must have been good because we get another package. And since then, we done probably bought about 8 packages of Dolly Parton's cornbread. It's really, really good. All right, and we're going to use the 8x8. I think, let me turn this around. That's the nutrition fact information. Hope y'all can see that. This is the ingredients. Not the best, but you only live, you know, you're not eating this every single day. All right, and we're going to be doing the 8. Yeah, we hardly eat cornbread, so yeah, this is the 8x8. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to be eating cornbread with my chili through the week. Joshua, this is really for Joshua. He has to have his cornbread. All right. And so, y'all, that is it. Let me stop talking. And if you do want to add sausage to this, child, go ahead on and bake that sausage. Get nice and brown, honey. If you want to cut that sausage up like, what is that? Andouille sausage or whatever kind of sausage you like. And go on and add that into the chili when it's done, child. And you got you some extra meat in there if you know, some extra sausage, extra flavor. But I'm not going to be doing that. We're just doing ground turkey. All right. So let me get to it, y'all. Simple and easy. Y'all don't have to see mama do this. I'll let y'all see what the cornbread looks like afterwards, all right? So y'all stay tuned. Let's get the cooking. You guys, before we get started, I also forgot that I am going to be adding beef bone broth to this. Now, you can add all of it. You can add the entirety, or you can mix it with water or beef bone broth. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that since I'm not adding extra sodium, but this is the beef bone broth that we're going to be adding. That came from Trader Joe's. And once you cook it, this is your warrior sister sauce, y'all. I'm going to be adding her. But once you cook it, if you feel it's not thick enough, let me just do a quick little slurry. 1 tablespoon, add some water, child. Just make sure it's all incorporated really nice, and get a little slurry, pour that in there, and it will thicken your your gravy or your chili or whatever it is you're trying to thicken. Your cornstarch is your friend. Okay, so now let's get started. And before we do that, one more thing. I know y'all like, girl, get to the chili, girl. Y'all just be patient with me. Make sure you clean your tops. Do not trust the store and just come home and just open and just keep. Y'all clean these tops thoroughly, please, because whatever germs in transition was in here gets all in the crevices. So when you open that can go down. You know how it does. You want to make sure that you clean the tops of your cans before you open them. All right, that's just my little tip, and I'm sure a lot of y'all knew that already. All right, stay tuned. You'll be surprised how many people just don't do that, y'all. Please start doing that. All right, you all. So Joshua's helping me out here. So we have 2. 1 turkey meat. Make sure you oil your bottom. That's 1 turkey meat. It's 2 turkey meats. So when we grind it, those of you, listen, she's still learning right there with y'all. I get a lot of y'all saying, I'm using my Instapot for the first time. She's still learning. She's still learning too. Some of these women are pros with this Instapot, but she's still learning right with you. So put that on saute. That saute is going to give you 30 minutes. It's going to warm up quick. That is the time you're going to start grinding up your meat and doing all what you need to do. You're going to start really getting in there and cooking your meat. See, it's on, all right? It's going to start kicking in. Just want to mix this up. Just like so. Okay, now remember, we're not adding. You want to get in there and really get them lines up before it starts getting hot. I can't stand those. You know when they grind the meat and it's got those little lines. I like to break all them little lines up because I start thinking worms is in turkey chili, honey, and that's all she needs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on add that. So I'm not doing. I'll just add it. People may say, well, how much? Listen, it's your taste, but just add it. This is no sodium. I do love the onion flavor. Okay, you can probably say it's like 2 tablespoons, okay? Now we're gonna do the garlic, all right? Add that garlic in there. I'm just adding the garlic, okay? We're going to add, y'all, if you have not tried this paprika, you don't know what you're missing. This stuff is so good. I love this paprika, and it's inexpensive, child. You can go to World Market and get some smoked paprika. It's gonna cost a little bit. Now there is smokiness that's already in the pack. One of the, I think it's the wood fire one. There's a little bit of smokiness in there, but that's okay. Red pepper flake. I just like to put a little bit of flake in there, not too much, because Mama does not like too much of the red pepper flakes. We're gonna go ahead and add just a tiny bit of that cayenne pepper. Y'all see the smoke? Okay, y'all see the smoke is right there, and you can start hearing it. So now what we're gonna do is just go in just like you would on top of the stove and just start bringing all the meat. Make sure you scrape the bottom with this little thing. I love it. All right, y'all, make sure we get, I don't like to put metal spoon on the metal, so I use the rubber. So we're gonna go ahead on, add that onion in there, mix it around. It's coming along pretty good. Nothing sticking at the bottom. Y'all see that? Wonderful. Okay, and now I'm just going to add this little bit of fresh garlic. I like to put the garlic, all that stuff, so it's infusing my meat. The ground meat, it's infusing it. Okay, kind of spread it around so you don't get one clump of garlic in one area. Okay. And also, I know y'all may say, well, what is she doing that for now? I do like to add a little bit of parsley right there. Okay. I like that green in there. It's so pretty. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead on. Let Mama, she's getting the beans ready. We're going to go ahead on and add. I like to add my seasoning packs just like this so I can make sure it's all in the mix of the meat. I even do this with my talk. Y'all, this smells so good. Ooh, sorry for the steam. Make sure it all gets in there. Bring it all together. 1 cup of water, because I don't want too much sodium. And then I'm going to do 1 cup of the beef broth. Make sure you shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay? Okay, we're going to do 1 cup of this delicious beef bone broth. All right, add that in. That's gonna bring some of that. But y'all, look how good it looks so far. Isn't that beautiful? All right, it smells wonderful. Those 2 15-ounce cans of tomatoes, we're gonna go ahead on and dump that in. Dunka dunka. And the beans are coming. See those nice chopped tomatoes? Now you can do this homemade. I make chili homemade all the time, but sometimes you just don't have time for that. So you're gonna go ahead on and add that just like so. Add a little bit of Worcestershire, just a tiny bit, not much. I don't want too much. Now we're gonna add in those beans. This has just been drained. Okay, all right, y'all, look at that. That is looking delicious. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this is the point where you can add a little bit of honey. Just a little bit. That's it. We don't want this sweet. It's just a little bit of honey just to help it out. You can add maple syrup, a little bit of sugar if you want it, and you're good to go. All right, y'all, so this is where we're at. And I'm just gonna put the top on because sometimes the beans need just to get a little softened. That is why I'm going to put the top on for 15 minutes. You can taste this right where it's at because nothing's raw in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the top. Take the top. You hear her? She's so cute. She's cute. I'm gonna go ahead on and put her on. We're gonna move her here to there, okay? Now, we're gonna take her off of sauteed. I'm gonna put it on meat, okay? But we're gonna bring it down to 15 minutes. Okay, and then we just let it go like that. Voila, all right? Okay, and it should move to 15 on, okay? As you can see, she is on. So now we're gonna we made sure that we put her on sealing. She's gonna cook for 15 minutes. And then after that, see where she's at. If you want to thicken it, got our little bit of water here, ready to go. All you need to do is do 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, add a little bit of water, get it nice where it's like a slurry, kind of like really clouded water. You add that, and you don't even have to put this top back on. You can do that top and just put it on saute, and it can continue to cook for an extra 30 minutes, and it boil for you and everything. You don't have to use this top. This right here, I want to seal it because I need to go do some other stuff. I don't have time to be sitting here and watching it stirring. It might burn at the bottom. No. So she puts it on this for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to walk away, come back, see where it's at as far as thickness. If it needs to be thickened, I will add the slurry, close it with that top, for 30 minutes because it doesn't take long to thicken. And voila, we are done. Dinner is done for tonight. But did y'all see how quick that was? That was so quick. So mommy's already done the cornbread. Once all that's done, and once this gets to going, I'm going to show you all. And we can get moving, and then we'll do the taste test in the end. So stay tuned. And make sure you put this on sealing. As y'all can see, it's in the middle where it says sealing. Because once that countdown goes, you're going to bring it over to venting, and then it's going to release the pressure. Okay, so y'all stay tuned for that. That is very important that you do that. And y'all, so now we're going to be making. Mommy was cleaning up after me, which is good help when you have that in the kitchen. You don't have to clean up a big mess afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead on and do this cornbread. So there we go. We have 1/3 cup of butter, and that is melted butter. All right, and then we're going to add in that milk. Okay, got some milk there, a little mixing right there, just a little bit, just to get it going. See how pretty that is. Okay, go ahead and add that milk in. Gonna hand this over to mommy. I like to add just a little bit of honey in my mix. And just go ahead on and mix that up really well. Get in there and mix that up. All right. Now what we're going to do, make sure all that's off of there. Make sure you have a well-buttered dish. Okay, there we go. And we're going to pour this delicious mixture into this bowl. All right, and we're going to put this in at 375 for 20 to 24 minutes. Okay, all right, stay tuned for the cornbread. You all, for those of you who are new to it, so it said on for a long time. It did a little steam. Now the 15 just popped up, and that's after like 10 minutes. So now we're going to wait for this 15 to move away. Then we're going to do the release. I'll show you when that happens, okay? And then you just let the air release, and then you open, okay? But it's got to completely get rid of the steam. All right, so that's where we're at. All right, you guys, sorry for the air conditioner. It's very hot in here. Here goes some spice right here. So we're at 1 minute, okay? So what we're gonna do is take this wooden spatula and just flip it upside down, or you can do it this way, it don't matter. So when that gets to 1 minute, we're then gonna move this over to venting. Okay, so countdown, here we come, 1 more minute. There we go, y'all can see that. That's what it just did. Now, I'm gonna come up here. Y'all see that steam? There she goes. So now you let that completely get rid of all that steam. Okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna go take care of some business while that's being done. So stay tuned. Once that's all done and ready, I'm gonna open it and we'll see what the chili is looking like. Okay, this is where it happens. Let's hope it does not blow up everywhere. All right. It says that, but I'm still gonna lift it. Lift it slow, and there it goes. All right, y'all, let's see. It smells wonderful. Ooh, yes. And I just brought everything together. So people may say, well, why did you do that? It brought everything together. Now, it's a little runny to me. All right, so let's just go on in here and get 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. 1 tablespoon. All right, get that 1 tablespoon. Go and put that in there, just like so. Get all of it out. And just want this to look a little neater right up here. Okay, 1, and there we go. Just 2 tablespoons of water. And we're gonna go on and mix that up. We're gonna add this to the mix, to the chili. And we're just gonna make sure that it's equally distributed. Okay, make sure it's equally distributed. Now, what I am gonna do is turn this off, and I'm gonna put it back on, saute. And I'm not even gonna have to do that for 30 minutes. I just put it in there so that it can boil a little bit, get to that boil, and it's gonna thicken this, okay? So, yes, there we go. While that is thickening, as I've already told you, I'm going to put this top on. I don't need to put the other top on because this, when it boils, helps it also stay down, okay? So we're gonna wait till that get to a boil, then we're gonna cut it off. Okay, Mama said that she noticed that was, she took it out, and so it was still a little damp in the middle, so she put it back in, but she poked all those holes because show them what you're about to do. Y'all know what we do. You put the butter on top?
Yeah, I already put the butter on top. The butter's on top.
The butter's on top. She already buttered it up. And she's just gonna put a little bit of honey and just spread it across. Okay?
I'm being nice because
she said she being nice because she don't feel she never about use the whole thing. it becomes corn cake. All right, let me show y'all how to do this slurry. All right, y'all, see that boil? And I turned it off. So I'm gonna let this completely get to cooling, and it should get thicker. I even can tell it's gotten thicker since it's been boiling. So we've completely turned it off. So it is unplugged and it is completely turned off. Just keep it stirred. You want to make sure that nothing gathered at the bottom. Okay. And it didn't. And now we just wait for it to cool off. So that is delicious. That is done, y'all. Okay, it's gonna get thicker. As y'all can see, it's real hot. Okay, y'all, so that's the chili. Y'all, listen to me. Do not sleep on Dolly Parton's cornbread. Lord have mercy. This cornbread is so... Every time I eat it, I get amazed. Y'all, it is so good. Please, and don't doctor it up. All we did was add a little bit of honey in the mix. Oh my goodness, it is a fantastic cornbread. Absolutely love it. Ooh, look at that chili. So I'm gonna go on ahead, make me a big old bowl of chili. It's getting thicker as we go. We're gonna make a big old bowl of chili, y'all. It smells so good. And place some cheese on top of that, just like so. I like to put a little bit of cheese right on top so we can get that melt. And y'all, we got some sour cream here. I got some cilantro and some green onions here. So we're gonna add a little bit of that green onion on top. Isn't that beautiful? And I love cilantro. Not everybody likes cilantro, but I do. All right, then we're gonna take this sour cream. Y'all, look how thick this sour cream is. Isn't that something? That is nice and thick. Get a nice dollop of that sour cream. Put that right in the middle, just like so. And then, and get the chips from Trader Joe's, y'all. Why do you do that? So I'm putting a little bit of the chips on the side here. Just a little bit. Y'all see that cornbread? And y'all, look at that bowl of chili. That is beautiful. That's a delicious bowl of chili. I'm gonna taste this for y'all. Y'all not gonna see me, but I'm gonna taste it for you. And you can even dip this in. Look, y'all. Ooh, that is just, y'all know that's wicked. Y'all know good and well. And even if you want to add a little bit more white onions, because I love onions, add a little bit more white onions. And I'm going to taste it for you guys. All right, y'all, so look at that. Ooh, that is good eating right there. So we're gonna go on in. Y'all, look at that. Look at that bite. I'm gonna taste it. That chili packet is so good. And you know when you want to get a little bit of that cornbread, look how moist that cornbread is, y'all. Look, that is a beautiful bite. Y'all, look. Let me try to get a little bit of everything. That's a beautiful bite. All right, big bite here. I haven't eaten all day, y'all. And if you really want to be fancy, cut up some jalapenos, thinly sliced jalapenos, and put it in there. Y'all, this is delightful. If you want to add some green bell pepper, green chilies to this, you can do that. Or jalapenos. I did not do that. I just have onions and garlic in here. But y'all, this is so delicious. All right, you also, thank you so much for tuning in to Journey with Char on this lovely Thursday night meal. Quick and easy through the week. Y'all, if you don't have time to do it homemade, that package, you can get it from Walmart. You can get it from Sprouts, Walmart, and Target and Ralph's or Kroger in your area. They can come in a set, or they just come just like that. You guys, it is delightful. All right, you also, thank you so much for tuning in to Journey with Char on this lovely Thursday. If this is your first time ever seeing my channel and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also hit that notification bell. Every time I upload a new video, it will alert you. You all can come and check me out and see what is Char doing, what's she making, where is she at. And if you want to see more of where my family and I like to go on little vacations, little treats, go to Disney, make sure you go check out my Char's Adventures TV channel. I will put that link down below too as well. If you have an Instapot, y'all, this was so easy and so quick, especially if you don't have time to stand at the stove. Honey, you can bring this to wherever you're at, take care of your business while it's cooking at the same time. And that was the purpose for showing you all this video today. I knocked out work and dinner at the same time. All right, you also can make this at the stove, and it's just as, of course, it's just as delicious. All right, y'all, so thank you so much for tuning in. You all be blessed, and I'll see you soon. Remember, always trust God, keep him first, and he'll always lead you in the right direction. God bless. Bon appetit. Bye-bye. Y'all, look at Joshua's playing. He is not playing. Lord have mercy.